United Public Radio Network, UPRNTalkRadio.com, 107.5 New Orleans.
Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
Hi. You've got to listen to ICAR, that's International Community for Alien Research, www.icar1.com. I should know, I'm Irish.
I had had enough.
Well, you drove out there into the middle of nowhere and had some sort of loud verbal display challenging ET in general out in the middle of nowhere?
That's what I was doing. I actually had a pistol in my hand at the time. I was really ticked off. When I was having this fit, I was waving the gun in the air, okay, and I had this fit. And at this moment, I said, okay.
He was a Louisiana man named Montaldo. Folks around called him Six Gun Joe. Worked with ICAR, don't you know, investigating UFOs. Out for a drive with a gal one night, they stopped to check out a reporting site. When an alien lit right there on the ground, commenced to throwing his weight around. Now, old Six Gun didn't take too kindly to that kind of thing, especially without Vaseline or anything like that, Seriously. Well, Six Gun looked that critter right in the eye and said, "Any last wish before you die?" Yells, reached for his gun, quick as a twitch, and said, "Fill your claw, you son of a bitch." Now a legend spread across the land about this pistol-waving man. But if you're from space or from Earth below, you don't give no lip to Six Gun Joe.
Oh man,
What's happening?
I hope my audio was on the other way, or somebody just got 30 minutes of dead air. It's
It
I
was
feel
very
sad.
silent when I came in, so I was wondering what was
It
going
might be.
on.
It might have been.
Ew.
Oh no, Jesse. Originally, I had the screen open with my on the side, but I think somewhere along the line it got put on the bottom. No, ain't that a bitch? Well, we'll just clip it. There was a lot of good material in there. I know. Really
Stuff
can't go over.
happens.
Anyway, we were actually talking about quite a few things, but yeah, that's because you can hear me on Messenger. Yeah. Oh no, you listen radio side. No, I'm talking about you listen to me radio side. That's why you can hear me. No, if you were on Rumble or YouTube or any of that shit, you weren't hearing nothing but dead air. You're hearing shh. That's what you was hearing. I do have the star picture. I'll put it up in a minute. I got I got a little. I think it's like a.
That one was one of the more cool ones of the recent dump, but
this one. It's where the hell is this thing? This one's just a little short clip. It's a little closer up clip. Happy holidays. Where the bleep am I at? Okay, man, that was scary. Okay, there we are. There's more scary people. Man, there's a bunch of scary people on this page, man. We can't be having all these scary people. Okay, move the trash. Get out the way. Okay, this is all stuff for Friday. This ain't none of this ain't for here.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of stuff on here for Friday. What is this?
Did you see the one that it just flashed there? I don't know which group it is. One of those UFO groups. They do those little short video thingies all over Facebook and YouTube. And they had a picture of Bob Lazar's S4 sport model in a black and white photo, allegedly taken with, off, sitting on the ground within its hangar at the S4 facility. You see that?
I hadn't seen it. I'll keep an eye out for it, though.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty cool. I don't know if it's those things. I don't know if they're AI put together or what, but photo was close. The photo is close. Yeah, it probably is.
This is actually local here.
Yeah.
This is a local UFO shot over a power plant near interstate.
Way to get you, I imagine.
It's so this is almost identical to the one we took in Blunt Island, except you can see the craft in this one. In the other one,
yeah,
the smoke was coming out the stack and making the craft visible.
Yeah, whatever cloaking system it had, it was revealed by the smoke.
Yeah, so this one's just sitting there open, but over a power plant. It's you got to wonder what it is exactly they're getting out of power plants. I mean, what kind of power?
Or maybe they're observing and saying, "Hey, look at these stupid humans! They're still using steam."
I would imagine after you've seen one or two of them, you don't need it. I mean, this is something that happens pretty free. Oh, look.
Yeah.
But
what happened? I missed it.
But see, it moved like it was supposed to, though. It didn't wobble or ping around or anything.
Yeah.
Let's see. Back it up. There it goes. But anyway, back up there. Hold on. Go back. It lights up. There it goes.
That's AI, though.
Nah, that's not AI. I can tell you it's not AI.
That flash was not. Definitely not.
The picture itself, there's nothing in this picture that's actually AI. I actually know why.
That flash definitely looks added in. I'll tell you that much from my point of view.
Well, let's see. Can we stop it?
Or go frame by frame, even? Yeah.
We're going to get up there so we can see it. Where's the damn button at? There it goes. Is it playing? Not playing? What the fuck is it?
It's paused. Now it's playing.
Oh yeah, I see the trees blowing. Damn.
Yeah, that's added in. That's CGI, dude.
It's not CGI.
Yeah, it is.
So
dude.
First off, this is not the only picture of this, so you know. There's one from underneath.
Well, if there's another one, then that's corroborative. That looks
so there's one from underneath
to me.
There's one from underneath taken, and actually you see the light better from underneath because it's a I seen it on the whatchamacallit, I think it was Channel 13 News today, and it's a badass picture. But the two taken from the other side are taken from whatchamacallit, Air Force Base, Stennis, not Stennis, not Eglin. What the hell is it? Maybe it is Eglin. No, Eglin's in Florida. I'll have to look it up. But it's a big, huge Air Force base right there on the beach. It extends from the beach almost all the way back to the interstate.
Huh. Well, do you have the other ones? Let's see the other ones.
No, the other one are on the news. This is the only one that's been posted. The others are actually on Channel 13 News.
Well, let me see if I can find that.
Maybe it's Channel 26. I always get this confused. It's
WLOX?
Might be LOX. Look and see. LOX probably got a lot of UFO stuff if it's who I think it is. Because that's the Gray TV network people.
Yeah, this doesn't look like the one you had.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of UFO seen around here. All right, there you go.
Yeah, like I said, most of them are probably coming on their way to see you, aren't they?
So this is definitely coming from the craft. You can see it lighting up the top and the bottom simultaneously.
Hang on, let me go to YouTube and see if I can see that in a bigger screen.
I don't know if I can blow it up from here because it's on freaking.
Well, but on YouTube, it's bigger than it is in StreamYard. Is what I'm saying.
It's oh man, and then I let it go. What a dummy! It took 5 million shots to get that damn thing right there.
And then you went all click happy.
Nah, I just moved my mouse and it went off on its own. It's like, nah, hell with you. It shouldn't have done anything when I moved my mouse.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger here.
Let's see. Well, you can blow StreamYard up on your screen, right? You can double blow it up. Actually.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well,
we can also do this, blow that up, and then. Well, that says it's taking off, huh?
There you go. Now that's the picture I needed right there. Let me come back.
Yeah, it's fake, isn't it?
No, it's completely real. You can see it's in two places at one time.
Motion blur. Yeah, so that's the effect of video capture.
So if it's video capture, now if it was video capture, it would be flipped. It wouldn't be.
But it would also. You could also.
It wouldn't be in front. It would be. But it wouldn't be in front of the movement. It would be behind the movement, not in front. It would be in front if a ship was moving forward, like when you see a race car take off at very first. There's a blur going forward of the cars in two places at one time because the camera can't keep up. That's what's going on there. It's exactly what's going on there. And since that's taken with digital, it can't even be a blur. It has to be something real and solid.
Still kind of looks almost, it doesn't look 100% opaque either.
Well, it's not in one place. See, right here, when you're looking at it, it's very, very solid in the left image. On the right image, it's not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even the more solid part of that image doesn't look 100% opaque.
Yeah, it looks solid to me, but maybe it's because of the screen I'm on.
Well, I'm looking, zooming in on it. I got the screen up, and you can sort of see it's kind of
blasted all the way up on the screen.
Kind of not opaque, like almost see through, but not quite. You see what I mean?
No, it looks solid as hell on my screen. It looks, you can't see nothing behind it. There's no
my
color
laptop
differentiation.
Is coming through as a grayscale oval orb, ovalish ellipse with a streak in front of it that is see-through, and then the darker
streak
spot
in front of it is definitely see-through. The way I got it sitting right now, it's if I can get back to where I was, man, if you could just, these controls are not really designed for this. Whoop, damn, whoa, what was that?
What the hell? You went down to the next one.
Apparently I did that. Where's it? I need to put it in some editing software is what I need to do with it.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the number.
The flash though, I'm sorry, but it still looks. cheesy Hollywood to me.
Well, it's coming out on top and bottom.
Yeah, and the whole screen is blue too.
Yeah, now it is.
Click your mouse somewhere on the white.
Now it is.
There it is.
Yeah. So you're not getting a backlit effect. That's not what it is. See, no way. That goes straight through it. There's something, there's a light on top and bottom or whatever it is. That lit up just like any tower anywhere. Matter of fact, it actually looked like a tower there when it first lit up. That glowed top and bottom almost perfectly with a little round globe on the top. That's way too good for AI. Besides, AI couldn't deal with the leaves.
I don't know. I'm not convinced on the flash. It just looks cheesy to me at this point.
Let's see. Let's put it on the 4K and see what it does. On that 4K just makes it look realer. See on mine, it only comes up as a saucer. Comes up almost as a perfect saucer with just a little rise on the top and the bottom. And when it
we had it paused there a minute ago. It looked pretty solid. It was mostly opaque. Yeah.
So when you light it up, man, that thing lit up big time. You know what? Let me think about this. I think I've seen that pattern somewhere.
I don't know. The light looks fake.
Yeah. Well, you can't say it because you can see it from every angle. So yeah, it's not coming off one camera. It's definitely not CGI or AI because you have multiple locations.
If it's coming off more than one camera, yeah, but I'd have to see what the other cameras saw too.
Well, the ones from the Air Force Base saw the same thing we're seeing, but from the other side. It looked exactly the same, by the way.
When was this sighting? January 22nd?
I don't know. I hadn't looked.
So it says up at the top.
It was on my birthday?
Yeah. I don't know.
No, its terms of service both link effective January 22nd to reflect changes included in our update.
Oh, that's something else, yeah.
Yeah, that's something else. Yeah, it's something I guess it wants us to agree to it. See, I recognize everything in this. I know this thing back here, and I know what it is. I know what this is right here. I even know what this line is on this side, and I know what it is when this set is over here. I've seen this place that many times.
Now, let's see. We're watching this in full time.
And you know what?
Oh, no.
My fault.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for something because I don't think it's the power plant. I think it's something else. Reminds me of something else now that I've been looking at.
It doesn't give the date, though, does it?
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't scrolling through it, but I haven't seen it yet. No, man. And you know how I'm anti-Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, Twitter. Damn. All right, let me out of here then. Where's the less button? There it is. So, yes, this isn't the power plant. I knew this is why everything started looking so familiar. When I was pointing through things, I realized where I was looking at. This is a pharmaceutical company.
So they're there for the drugs.
I don't know what they're there for, but it's a pharmaceutical company. It took me a few minutes to realize it was Highway 49. I thought it was interstate, but the cars were moving too slow. We don't care about living in Mississippi, people. We don't care. Wait, what? Sorry, people. This is for Friday or Saturday, but I just want to watch to see it try to cut itself in half. Johnny, you can write in, do whatever research you want on it. There's a couple of write-ups about this particular one. I haven't seen any dates on them yet. Well, so when the news put this on, they had 4 shots and witnesses. They actually had eyewitnesses. that had actually seen it and were talking about it. The only reason that the base recorded anything is because it was reported, which means it was there for a little while longer than what we're seeing.
Right.
I mean, as it is, it's there for a couple of minutes.
But they had 3 different angles that they showed on the news.
4 different angles they showed on the news. They showed this one. They showed this one. They showed one from underneath and 2 from the other side. One from the front of the base, one from the back of the base. One from the front of the base, it's a good picture, but it's further away. And they've got it like zoomed in on max, so it makes it a little more blurry. The one from the back of the base, though, is actually a little clearer than this is. And it looks like there's something moving underneath it. And somebody just wrote in just now and said that it's not actually being perfectly still, it's moving. And I think
all the things, everything I come up with, I type in, Gulfport UFO sighting is. There's other UFO sightings.
Oh, there's lots of them.
Not the one you got. Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of them. That's a problem. There's too many of them. Yep, it is moving. Look at that.
But I want to go somewhere else. Let me go back. Where? What else? What's moving?
The ship's moving. It's not stationary. It when I first was looking at it, it looked stationary. And somebody wrote in and said, "No, Joe, look, it's shifting from side to side." I said, and I'm thinking it's the cloud moving, but it's not. It's actually moving. It's not moving very fast, but it's like
it's kind of swaying with the breeze a little.
Yeah, it's like drifting. It's oh, Jimmy, it doesn't matter. Believe, not believe. You have to take it with a grain of salt, no matter what. It's a good image. Is it fake? Is it real? Jay don't like the little blow up light. Could be a problem. Could not be a problem. And frankly, if it was only one picture, the light would have to be. See, it moved quite a bit right there.
Yeah, it's kind of wiggling a little bit.
Damn,
it's nearly imperceptible, but it is.
It's definitely moving. Yeah.
Position.
Well, that actually gives it more reality, Jesse. That it's actually moving. It's
fairly soon here. It's going to light up and disappear. That's where I think the fakeness comes in. And what if it's a holograph that every camera recorded? Some kind of that's some kind of, I don't know. If it's a fake UFO and they all captured the same light, then it must be some sort of real-time 3D hologram or holograph that all 3 cameras were able to pick up.
Well, see, the problem for this is where it's at. It's in a crowded part of town. There's lots of people here. Lots of people saw it. It's
and this is
what it is.
Pharmaceutical manufacturing facility.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, and it's on Highway 49, which is the main highway.
What do they make there? Because maybe they're there for the drugs.
Every drug you can think of, they make there. I think it's a Pfizer plant, actually.
Huh.
It's well, because the power plant looks a lot like Jimmy, but the power plant's bigger. Yeah. Well, I assumed it was a power plant, which was bad on me because we see so many UFOs over power plants. But I'm pretty sure that's the Pfizer building or Moderna, whoever the hell it was. It's right over there on 49, not far from Lowe's, actually. That's what I'm saying. It's a busy part of town. I'll ask around and see. Well, in the old days, you wouldn't even question it before AI, because you can tell it's not CGI. CGI doesn't work that way. CGI has tells because of the way things have to move, but AI has tells too, but it's different. Yeah. They just don't give you any other information. I hate people like this. Well, Jesse, because I'd like just a little tad bit more info. That's all. It might be something interesting, but
So
Yeah, these are-
WLOX, if that's the station 13, they don't have that video on any of their page. This was there's 15 results. They have the star-shaped one that we were supposed to talk about, and then
yeah, we got it ready.
And then a balloon, but that's about it.
Why am I
weird.
stuck? TikTok. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get off TikTok. I apologize. I was stuck. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it on one of these. Yeah, WX is the one I watched the most. I just assumed that was it, but might not have. There are other news stations here, and there's also the slide.
They have a couple of UFO things on there, just not that one with the smokestack in it.
They and Keesler also has its own TV station. That's the base, by the way, Keesler Air Force Base. Keesler never keeps anything posted more than a couple of days. Uncle Sam, I guess. I've typed in Keesler UFOs and sometimes found some really good stuff, and sometimes I've found absolutely squat. Well, we were looking for something particularly because of something that happened in Florida. Okay, this is all good stuff for Friday, but still ain't what I'm looking for here. Oh, there's AOC again. Come on, what did I do with the damn thing? Oh, you seen the engine flying off the UPS plane? There it is.
A long time ago. That was what the beginning of the year or whatever.
One came up on my screen this morning.
Yeah, I think they're finished with their investigation. Is why it came back to the news or something. There was a.
Oh, I thought they.
I don't remember what the blip was, but there was a news blip about it recently. Yeah.
Which I mean, Indians come off planes all the time. They just don't like to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, they don't like to talk about it because it ain't.
Oh, wow.
A good thing.
This is like up close and personal.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This is a little bit better version of the other one. So the problem here is, Chris.
Gulfport, Mississippi, Kira.
Gulfport, Mississippi. Are these attached? Or is these some kind of flares? These look like they're attached.
It looks like it's attached, yeah.
You blow this image up some more. It's hot, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All them white spots you see, Jesse, is heat. All of them. Even the ones on the sides.
White is beyond the camera's sensor ability to record anymore. It is as hot as it gets.
No, they're in black and white, Chris. Yeah, they're black and white pictures. Forward infrared.
Ukraine, huh?
Is that where this one was?
That's what it says. The objects over Ukraine. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not where I can see the screen at the moment. I had it all blown up 5 million times the size it is. It's an interesting picture, Jess. That's for sure.
Yeah, it certainly is.
That's definitely for sure. Yeah. She just told you captured over Ukraine. Yeah. So
well, Jesse Waters had a segment, and you just scrolled by him. He had a segment where he talked about 4 different alien races allegedly.
Yeah, he
released in these files.
They I don't know if I kept that one or not. This one right here is him talking about the 26 confidential informants from JN6. The ones we'll be talking about that on Friday. That's interesting stuff, but nothing we can talk about here. There's a lot of stuff on here for Friday. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's all kind of good stuff. Oh, who are you with your big eyes? Oh, nobody we want to hear from. Okay, I'll have to go look on the other page I got on this one. Stages of grief. Nothing we want to talk about. I know, Jamie Lou. The holidays. We're not. Mine. Oh wow, I just heard myself talking. How weird. Oh, yeah. This is Helen and Helen. Ellen and Ellen. Sorry, not Helen and Helen. Ellen and Ellen. That's Ellen and that's Ellen. That's Ellen before TDS.
Like her in the 80s and then her now, yeah.
Well, the thing says before TDS and after TDS.
Oh, yeah. Well, You could also say the same thing before coming out of the closet, after coming out of the closet.
She was a sweetie pie when she first came out. No, Jesse, that's not staying on the screen. No, that will be leaving the screen in just a moment because we're getting ready to put something else up there.
Yeah, we're talking about aliens, not idiots.
So and anyway, what Jay was talking about with the Jesse Waters, he mentions the Anunnaki. Boo. He mentions the reptilians. Boo.
Yeah.
He mentions the insectoids. Double boo.
Yeah.
And he mentions the Greys. Boo. And wait, then he says the scientist said this. Okay. I can't curse on this show, so y'all should be glad it's not Friday or the Saturday. All right, because frankly, that's the biggest load of BS I've heard in a while. Number one, if you're a scientist working for the government and you're telling me that you saw a gray and he's gray, you're a liar. Just only as politely as I can say it. Because unfortunately for them, we know what color the grays actually are. We know what sizes they come in, what their eyes are. We know about their patches. We know a lot of stuff about these aliens that the government, for some reason, feels the need to take the internet version of aliens. Well, Jesse, what are you talking about? Insectoids? So let me ask you this. So what's the likelihood of a praying mantis running around abducting citizens versus a gray? Because gray's probably an insect. Grays were either insects or raptors, one or the other. I would put money there.
I tend to disagree because I think, and I'm not a geneticist or anything. Maybe we should find one, but I'm of the suspicion that if the Greys, the Anunnaki, and the reptilians all swapped DNA with us simians, monkeys, great apes, that they must also have a similar pathway. They must have similarly evolved as a mammal on some other world, and then their final evolved form looks like a reptile or looks like a gray or what's that, et cetera, et cetera.
No, more than likely they learned how to modify DNA, which was what we're doing right now.
Another thing as well as on top of that, but again, like I said, I'm not a scientist as far as genetics go, but that just seems to me that's what we're able to do with genetics. So we can only go with that model with that.
Yeah, so
that
we can
level of fact. So
we can take a frog and turn it into a dinosaur. That's what we can do. What the hell do you think an extraterrestrial can do? He can
they can probably
DNA into ours. I don't even think that's
they can change one of us to Wolverine. Give one of us, 3 blades that shoot out and a metal skeleton. Yeah.
I never really thought that the aliens were here to modify their DNA, only ours. And they weren't even here to modify our DNA. Originally, we started.
Why wouldn't they be trying to modify theirs as well?
Why would they? They're a 500 million year old race. They've probably modified their DNA. They're probably on their way to wherever they're going. You're talking about races that are far older and been around far longer than we have.
I agree, but isn't more better than less?
Nah, why would you contaminate your DNA with our DNA?
Well, I mean, there's
no way on any comparison any of those races.
If you think about the vastness of the universe, there must be all kinds of biological adaptations that we haven't come up with yet and haven't even imagined yet. So imagine, collecting all of that and being able to, at will take on, a natural, cool attack form from some alien creature on the other side of the universe.
No, they probably could, but then they would have to get out of it because they wouldn't be allowed nowhere else in the universe. Unfortunately for them, the universe is somewhat civilized now, so they'll have to take that in consideration.
I don't know. I'm just saying, if you want to improve your species,
and that's another thing that no one ever stops to
good
think
adaptations
about.
like that are good to get. So
yeah, but my point is, they've probably done all of that. They've probably look at it this way. We're not even.
It depends on how far they've traveled too.
Yeah, but let me finish. We're not even 200,000 year old yet, and we're modifying our DNA. 2 million years from now, we will be creating subspecies of ourselves on multiple worlds. At 2 million years, these races are 200, 500, a billion years old. They have done this, moved on, and done things far more intense than that.
Yeah, it's true. They've done stuff we can't even imagine.
I think that's the hardest things for humans to grasp is the concept of someone who have simply lived long enough that they simply just physically know more than we do in every aspect of the universe. Not that they're smarter, brighter, faster. They've just been here so long. It's like a human. The older they get, the more they know. Well, unless they get Alzheimer's or something, but it's the same thing for them. And we're talking not just the whole race being 500 million years old or 800 million years old. We're talking some of the reptilians and humans themselves are, 5 million years old, 50 million years old, grays that are 100 million years old. I mean, these are basically have no lifespans other than what there is no, they're immortal in the sense that we just don't understand.
In other words, their intelligence lives beyond whatever biological vessel they have.
They've created, the grays especially have created a network now that no matter what happens, they can send their consciousness to a body somewhere else. So let's say there was like they were here on Earth and there was some kind of mass epidemic came out. They could kill themselves here, beam their body to on the other side of the galaxy to a race that hasn't been infected and live there. And even come up with a cure for the race that's here because they were exposed to it. So these are things that we just can't conceive because we don't understand. Even our AI can't conceive it yet. We're just ignorant. And I'm not saying it, ladies and gentlemen, to be mean. It's just when it's like your children. When your child is born, your child is ignorant. It's not born with the knowledge of the universe. You have to give it that.
Yeah.
The whole world has to give it that. And it's the same thing for them, except for the reptilians. They have genetic memory, them asses. Genetic memory is a form of memory where the child can access the parents and grandparents and great-grandparents and so on's DNA back sometime. From what we've been told, there is no limitation to it. If you're in that family line, you share that DNA, you can access even from your great oldest grandfather or grandmother.
And it must take a lot of training to figure out how to use it because there may be some crossover. Like you may think you did this one thing when it actually was like, an ancestor who did it. So there's probably some sort of, they have to train their minds how to operate it correctly so that they can go back and get the wisdom out from their ancestors. Then, it's like, it'd be like reading someone else's mind and accessing their memories. You have to learn how to navigate through it, I would imagine.
Oh, it is. Jimmy, no, Devin. What do you mean like destiny? It's I don't know if it's their destiny or if it's our destiny. Jay and I have talked about this. I've talked about this with a lot of people. Where do the grays come from? Where do the reptilians come from? Where do the humans come from? And if there is an insectoid, where does it come from? So the problem here is it is possible, at least 50% possible, that they're all from Sol, from this solar system. It's well within the realm of that. It's also possible that these races have been deposited here by one of the other galaxies, or we have been deposited here by some other galaxy. It's also possible that these races are from somewhere else inside the Milky Way. It's a big place. So the problem is pinpointing them. Where are they? Well,
they could be from 4 different galaxies that have been consumed by the Milky Way.
And that's the thing.
Realm of possibilities is, endless.
So there's lots of reasons why they would be here. The fact that they found us out here is a little unnerving, to be honest with you.
Right. Almost like as if it was a deliberate search.
That's what makes me think we're part of the Sagittarius galaxy, because when we penetrated whatever life forms that we crossed in front of, said, okay, well, wait a minute, there's life in that solar system. Let's go check it out. Well, see, Jesse, so, the galaxy is round. Our galaxy is round.
Ellipsoid.
And yeah, basically, it's kind of like, looks like a hurricane, basically, is what it looks like.
Like a squished egg.
Yeah, so you have it, and it's going along, and you got a galaxy coming in from above on an angle. And as it's coming in, it's pushing through the spiral arms. It's not just stopping. It's also moving at great speed with great mass because it's a galaxy itself. Maybe a dwarf galaxy, but yet still a galaxy with a big ass black hole in the middle of it. So it comes smashed into ours. So it's being pushed in and sucked in at the same time. It's being pushed along and dragged along. Well, it's still moving. It crosses through the first spiral arm. We're in the second one. And it crosses through the second one and injects so far in past the second one, which is where we are. Is it an oddity? Maybe, but it's awful suspicious because everything else is in them freaking spiral arms or really damn close to them. We're
the denser population of yellow stars like ours are within the spiral arms, and between the spiral arms is usually a denser, red dwarf,
and that is a whole nother thing. The red dwarfs from the Sagittarius galaxy may have just picked us up in the spiral arm and is dragging us along with them. So we may actually be from the Milky Way, but now being dragged along in the Sagittarius galaxy. So, like we said earlier, there's a lot of ways this could go. Yeah. So, well, we try to explain this to people when they hear about these great collisions. Not everything is destroyed in these great. Some things are pushed around, moved around. Things find new orbits, find new stable places. The galaxy expands. In this case, Andromeda will double in size.
And some things collide and explode like the fifth planet.
Cause major catastrophes. Solar systems will be running into each other. Eventually, the black holes from both galaxies have to merge together. So anything in between them is screwed, or anything even around them is screwed. Jack,
which galaxy's black hole is sucking in the others? One has to.
And the one that's bigger, of course. The Andromeda will eat ours. Yes, and we're eating everybody else's that gets it's in here. That's why they get bigger, Jesse. They couldn't understand in the beginning how they were growing so much. Well, now they understand. They're eating other black holes. Just like shit. Yeah,
until eventually there'll only be one.
Yeah,
right. It'll be like Highlander. There can only be one.
Eventually, be one massive giant black hole that will all live inside of the event horizon. Yes, because some people think that we live inside the event horizon of a supermassive black hole.
Which is why the galaxy is spiral. Everything it's going down the drain into the black hole.
Well, in this case, they think we're set there. We're in some kind of orbit. We're not going in. We're not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's why the spiral arms. It's like going down the drain into the black hole.
It's a weird theory. Just I can't prove it or disprove it. It's not my theory. I have no idea if it's real. I just found it interesting. But anyway, getting back to that starship we were just talking about. There's something about that has a familiar feel, like it feels more human than alien, for lack of a better way of saying it. Well, they don't give you a lot of details with all of this. They give you some, but they don't give you a lot. Well, as far as we know, that was some new drone that was being tested. I did see a picture similar to the one in Gulfport in Biloxi. I did. So it's a little different craft, but it does basically the same thing. So I sent this picture to a friend of ours who does light work and camera work and stuff. And I'm going to send it over to Bruce Maccabee as well. Because all I need to, there's only one thing I need to know as far as the light goes. Is it a backlit? Is it lit from the side, or is it truly lit from the top and bottom like an engine?
If it's coming from the back, then we know it's fake.
Yeah. So in other words, if it's casting outward towards the ship, we can't tell on here because we don't have the equipment, and it's not that easy to test. You really got to know your stuff. But when I put on the 70-inch TV later tonight in 4K, I'll have a much better idea. But even then, still, it looks, when it lights up simultaneously top and bottom, and it gives you the illusion that that's what's going on. But if it's lit from the side, you would still get the same illusion, except you would get a light being casted forward instead of up and down. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
I would love to run through a waveform monitor or a vector scope, test equipment and see what the signals look like through that, and that'll definitely tell you whether it's faked or not.
Well, what do you mean about? Oh, Jesus! Anybody who's done any real ufology research understands photography. But to be blunt about this, I spent many years learning how to develop film and take pictures, and I thought about doing it professionally when I was young. I really did. I really thought about because I really like.
Same here. I also have a degree in photography as well.
But then, I joined the military and blah 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 blah. I still get out. I still take a lot of pictures. I mean, just recently I took When I was in LA, I took over 3,000 and 4,000. Of course, things are a lot easier now with digital and stuff. You don't have to load up the film.
Yeah.
And what kind of films you get? Well, no, people. The film made a big difference in what you were taking pictures of. 200, 400, 600, 800. There was all kind of speeds. There were all kind of lighting. Some for better light, some for darker light, some for rainy days. There was just lots of stuff to know. And then, if you wanted to do it right, you needed to know how to develop. Oh, I remember I remember my son the first time he see me developing pictures. He's like, "Daddy, it's magic."
It is kind of cool. You have this white paper, and it just doesn't look like anything but copy paper. You put it in this liquid, and then all of a sudden, you shake it around very slowly, the image starts to creep in. It's kind of creepy and cool at the same time. Yeah,
it is. It's a different way of doing things. I remember the first time somebody showed me, I said, that's not going to work. How's that going to work? That's no way.
It works.
It works. It was great.
I did it. It was
not
fun.
Today, John. Today is a different world. Today is take a picture, share it instantly, modify it on your phone.
You don't even see the 1 hour codec. We'll process your film in an hour. Little sheds all throughout the parking lots anymore. The Ritz cameras in the malls, they're all gone.
Yeah, you can. I mean, if you want,
because of the cell phone, people don't have to buy cameras anymore.
Well, we still buy cameras. I mean, I got one sitting right here next to me, but
those of us who like cameras, but
no. Cameras have their uses. Phones are great for a lot of things, but cameras have their uses, especially when you're using your damn phone for texting or talking or broadcasting. You need a real camera.
But still, no one buys the film cameras. Is what my point is.
They're not normal people. Professionals still buy the film.
Yeah,
camera.
But you still can't. What I'm saying is you can't go to the mall and go to the Rich camera and buy an emulsion film SLR anymore. You have to go to specialty shops. You have to go online.
So down here, if you go to the camera store, you can get any camera you want, or any kind of camera you want. Now they're going to try to sell you some ungodly, 1500 megapixel digital camera, but they have all of your not only do they have all your film cameras, but they have all the lenses that go with it. And I think that's another reason why those film cameras are still so popular for pros, is because of those lenses. You can't really put those lenses on your cell phone, and you're just not going to get that kind of distance with anything else.
No, there are some cell phones that do have a lens.
Oh, you get a clip lens,
but
there's
it's
a couple
not
of clip
same.
lenses you can get. This one has a built-in retractable lens, but I mean, this camera right here does. And see, I'm supposed to turn it off here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think we'll turn it on. Maybe not. Maybe it's. Oh, it ain't got a battery in it. The battery's out. I think I have to charge it. It's so then that's another thing. You just throw the battery in there, but that thing will hold 100,000 pictures, 200,000 pictures, and I can use it just like my phone to send them to people and edit it right there in the camera.
Right from the camera, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but it just has features my phone.
My camera's a Panasonic.
What? I think this is a Canon. Yeah, this is a Canon. Oh yeah, and turn that way. No, turn that way. Oh, bend over that way. Oh yes. Oh no, take that and put that hang over your shoulder there. Anyway, I was talking about the UFO people. Calm down. Now. It's like you carried away because I was talking about aliens. Jay got probed, unfortunately, and it didn't look like it was a fun probing. What's it, Philip? It didn't look like it was a fun probe, and the way he sounded, it sounded like he must have hurt or something when he first left. I'll be trimming all of it actually. Oh, there he is. Oh no, there he ain't. He got probed again. Well, while he's getting probed, there's something else I wanted to look at, so we can grab that while he's being probed. And Jeffrey, I haven't seen anything like that. I mean, you mean pictures of aliens? Hold on, let me find out. I might have it in this database. Maybe. Well, you seen the one when Donald Trump's walking with the alien, right?
My computer booted me out not once but twice.
I seen that, man. I was like, wow, Jay got kicked.
Yeah, no, then my computer decided I didn't belong here. And
okay, here's one of the pictures that Trump says is authentic.
Okay.
Okay, I feel the same way. Here we go.
There it is. Trump says that's authentic.
He said that's the real deal. Him and the alien walking around going to lunch.
Huh. Why is he? Why does he appear to have like shackles on his wrist?
See, I thought he did too, but that's not what that is.
What is it?
Hold on, let me get back to the other pictures. It's too hard to move around from here, but it's damn it. See, why does it do that? It must have put it down at the bottom somewhere. I don't know why it does that. There it is. Okay. No, that's not the right one. Oh, why in the hell? I don't know where it went. Okay, you don't belong there. Get out of there. Okay, it's not any of these. It's not that. It's not that. You know, damn, this thing's going moving around on my computer sometime, all on their little happy self.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Oh, there it is. Okay. Because it's a dual pic. See, that's just things on his sleeves. It's not connected
What's the
to over
thing
here.
going around his waist?
I don't know. It just looks like a piece of something hanging. It's going over here like it's connected to this one, but it's definitely not connected. But the one on the right, it's not connected to.
So it's like go up his butthole in one end and come out the other onto the wrist. I don't know. What the hell is it?
It's hiding his little teeny, you know what, man.
Yeah.
Come on, right? You fix this shit up. Give me a break, people.
This can't be authentic.
Trump says it's the real deal.
Well, he's got gray skin.
Furlough the alien. He's named after the
alien. What?
He's named after the alien from actually the female alien from Farscape, the mechanic. Because he's a mechanic. Yeah. That's what he is.
Yeah.
See, there you go. AI generated image and feature himself and Secret Service agents. He says it's a legit deal. He just had to make it like this.
He's got gray skin and a gray rubber.
Well, he says this is AI because legally he couldn't put the picture up.
Well, I'm still going to call bullshit on that.
Well, it's bullshit picture.
Pardon my French.
Such language. The president tells you it's real and you get all upset. I'm just telling you.
To be honest, I think he's well interested in the subject, but I don't think he is. I don't think he's met aliens like that. I'm just going to reserve judgment on that.
Oh, there he is talking about it. Yep, that's me with the alien. I put that up there so y'all know the aliens are real.
Well, actually, Eisenhower and probably Truman also met with them.
They were Democrats. They didn't meet with them.
That's why I said allegedly, but the stories are out there.
Actually, they, according to the contactees, the Greys themselves, and the only people that's ever met with them was once back in the 1800s, and not again till after World War II was over with.
Yeah, that's Eisenhower. Truman.
He was a Republican president, whoever it was. As far as they know, no Democrat presidents have ever had access. And let's be honest, Obama tried, couldn't get it. Clinton tried everything, couldn't get it. The only president we know for sure that actually knew for sure was Daddy Bush, which we're assuming he told Ronald Reagan because of all the stuff
Ronald Reagan did. Yes.
And he probably told Baby Bush, but I don't think anybody else has ever known. I think all the rest of it's just bullshit just to keep
Nixon
people feeling important.
Nixon knew.
I don't think he knew.
Yeah, I think he did. He took Jackie Gleason to Area 51 and showed him the bodies and the wrecked craft and everything.
Well, he wouldn't have taken him to Area 51 then, because presidents aren't allowed at Area 51.
Well, he took him to a facility.
Yes, well, I'm just telling you so you know, our presidents are not allowed at Area 51. They do not have the clearance to go there. I know, Jamie. How can the president of the United States not have the clearance to go somewhere? That's
What-
nerdy by anybody's standard.
The president's clearance ends at like what, Q level?
So Jesse, their thinking is because he's only going to maximum. He's only going to be, and they've never ever told a one-term president ever. You have to be in your second term if they're going to tell you, and even then it's very limited because after you're out, there's nothing for you to, no reason for you to keep the secret. Yeah, once you're no longer president, what's the reason to keep the secret?
You're not going to get any money by revealing it, for one thing.
Well, I mean, if you're going to keep, if you're going to, find out all this information and take it to your grave, then why bother?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people know a lot of things, but there's so much of it is compartmentalized, and so many people who actually knew real stuff are dead now.
And that's the really, really scary part for the U.S. government is they honestly do not know. They do not have the answers. They know a little bit of this and a little bit of that and maybe a glimpse of this, and that's it. And it scares the hell out of them, those few things they do know.
Harold, according to the Grays, the reason they don't tell Democrats is because they can't keep a secret.
Well, yeah. And I think they would have already
tried to use it.
They would try to use it to some measurement to make them their own selves wealthy or wealthier, for sure.
Oh no, Ginger Obama wanted to know. They just told him no. They told Bill Clinton. They were actually rude to Bill Clinton.
You don't need to know. It's on a need to know basis, and you do not need to know.
I mean, they basically slapped him like he was a little 5-year-old. Say, mind your own effing business.
Well, they chastised him publicly because he kept inquiring. I guess he was filling out FOIA requests for the information, and they finally said, "Look, cut it out, or we're going to, make an example out of you or something." But yeah, they told him to quit asking. It's none of your damn business, is what they said to him.
You're gonna have one of them unexplained accidents.
Yes.
Put that up on the screen for me, Jay.
That is up on the screen there.
Oh, that's the gray one. Okay. All right. This is going around. Right? Yeah. This is supposed to be stuff that came from Uncle Sam, new release stuff. See, I used to tell people when you see the little dot, I mean, well, that's a helicopter. You know what that is.
Yeah.
So people, you seen the helicopter a minute ago. So it lets you know that these cameras can actually tell you, keeps jumping over that helicopter.
Yeah, we've seen that one before. There's the helicopter again.
Yeah.
You can see the blades.
It kept jumping back. That's why I came back to look at it. For some reason,
it's weird.
All right, we got weird.
It was probably still loading pictures or ads or something was slowing down the page.
Something's going screwy. Come on, thing, behave. Makes you want to throw anything out the window when it does that. Okay, back to there. Okay, that's the 2 dots. I know we've seen these.
Yeah. Then it goes wonky again. Okay, 2 dots again.
2 dots at more of a
distance. Could be a helicopter.
Yeah, I probably got a dozen pictures like this with these 2 dots in there like that. I couldn't tell you what they were, but then we've seen this one.
Is that a cigar, or is that part of the blocked out information in the middle there, right by your
I'm
cursor?
I'm thinking this is what it is. I don't know. There's something right here, and there's something right here, and then there's this.
And there's a black bar in the middle there too.
And then there's this. Yeah.
Yeah, the black bar. What's the black bar? Is that a blacked out information, or is it a cigar?
I don't know. There's that, and then there's a piece behind it, a piece behind it, and a piece behind it. Almost looks like a rod.
Huh.
Remember old rod things that used to fly around? Nobody ever talks about.
Yeah, I know. Rods I know what they are. They're nothing. They're insects on video.
Just the only picture of a rod I ever seen that freaked me out a little bit was there was a airplane taking off at Newark, and there were 2 of them on the side of this thing, but they were a good 10, 12 feet long. Usually when you see a rod, they're nothing.
Yeah.
Or what Jay just said they were.
Still,
so I can't tell you how many. I cannot tell you how many videos we've got of insects people thought were UFOs.
Yeah. They're not. Yeah, it's a
Because
rods
when
or
you're
insects.
filming the sky and a little pack of fleas or little bugs or gnats come across the front of the camera and the light hits and they look like something weird. See, now this could be the star thing, but this is a jet, I would bet you.
Yeah.
It kind of has that star effect to it.
If looking dead on at the afterburners, yes, that could be where the glow and the stars and the reticles are coming from.
I hate that it jumps back like that. Okay, I'm not even sure what the hell we're looking at there.
That's looks like the balloon thingy.
That could be a missile.
It could be a balloon as well.
Indo-Pacific.
Or yeah,
could be a
flying
drone
balloon
too.
buoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a drone.
Yappies all
You know,
over.
I'm sure a lot of these are going to be, eventually identified as experimental craft that we've had up there, but some may not be.
Well, some of them, though, you already know aren't because of the pilots that are seeing them. F-35 pilots are going to have an idea of what's flying and what's not.
Yeah, they don't know. They
might not know everything.
Well, if you can trust their judgment, and you should be able to, their eyesight, they're trained observers. They're trained to look at stuff. How fast do they go? 700-800 miles an hour flying a fighter jet? You got to have your wits about you. You cannot be drunk or tired.
Mach 2 is what, 1,500 miles an hour?
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
Jesse, it's like 750 miles. That's not exactly what a speed of sound is, but it's real close to that.
Yeah, 777 miles per second or something like that is what speed of sound is.
I don't know if it's per second, but it's fast.
Whatever it is, yeah. Hey, Google, what's the speed of sound in miles per hour?
The speed of sound is about 767 miles per hour.
767. I said 777, but there you go. Round it up, call it 780.
Let's see.
How about that?
No, we'll round it down, call it 265.
Okay, fine.
765, 760,
760.
That's it. Anyway, yeah, what is this? Captured unidentified December 25th. This is in the United States. Doesn't say where in the United States.
It's September 20. Yeah, it just says
Western
over Western United.
That could be any damn place. Not a helicopter.
That could be Western New York.
What, it went all the way back to the top again? What the hell? This thing sucks. How come military websites are always crap? I don't know, Jesse. There's nothing on that one. We're getting rid of that one. Let's go see what we got over here. Actually, that's not what I've been looking for. So there's supposed to be pictures of aliens. Aliens. Yeah, not illegal.
Bodies,
well, I guess they're
living,
illegal.
yeah.
Well, if Koresh is telling the truth, there should be hundreds of dead bodies. We should know their anatomy as well as we know ours. Wait, what's this one? We looked at some pictures from, I think it was Apollo 17. It was either 16 or 17. We looked at them not that long ago. Well, this picture right here is actually one from one of the moon shots. We just seen this in the other group. Well, these are more interesting, Jesse, because they're in space. You're on the moon. You're not on Earth. On Earth, there's nothing. No, there's no atmosphere on the moon of any real consequence. There's nothing to reflect light. Those are things. These are better than others.
I think I found the one at the hangar of Area S4. Yeah, hang on. There it is. You there? I don't hear anything. Hello? Jojo? Your camera's your mic is going in and out. I can barely hear anything.
Go up.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Now I'm locked up, I guess.
Hello? I can hear you clicking, but I don't hear you talking. Anyway, here is, I think it's already up. Here is, this is the Bob Lazar one right here. Can you see it? Oh, go back. I think I've seen the actual footage of it, so let me find that. There it is. What the hell? Joe, but I found the footage. I think. Oh, now my machine is going funny. And I'll be able to. All right, that's a bummer. Uh-oh, I got booted out too, and my camera's not working now, so I have to unplug it. I hope that worked. I don't know. Nope, it didn't. All right, well, anyway, while I work on my camera, hopefully Joe will show up and visit us back here in a minute, but here is the Bob Lazar hangar from Area 51, allegedly. And let's see if we got it up there. It's up there. Yahoo! All right. It became frightening to go to work, he says. I don't remember him saying that, but that is allegedly the craft that he saw in the air, and its resulting hangar bay. Doors are kind of up here in front. I guess that kind of fits. No, it says mock-up. Okay, it is a mock-up. So this was what's going around on Facebook, and they're saying this is top secret release footage. So, fake. So that's all that is. It's just a makeup. This is the engine that he claims to have seen inside that device, and the triangle is the fuel, which goes inside the cylinder, and then the dome goes on top, and boom, you have faster than light travel. And that is one of the McCarran International Air flights that goes to Area 51. The windows are allegedly blacked out. You can see all of them have shades or something. Kind of just, you can't see nothing in them. No detail, no markings, no tail fin numbers. Very, very small marking, very, very small numbers right there. That's it. So debunked right here in front of your eyes.
Uh-oh, what happened to Jay? Okay, what the bleep is going on? Hello, hello. What kind of weirdness is going on tonight? I don't know. There's some weird shit going on. I know that.
Yeah, I got bopped in and out a couple of times too. We must have gotten hit by something from the sun because my camera went out. Nope, that was me.
That's doofus.
Sorry. But yeah, no, my whole screen went yellow. It was.
I don't know. I was just cruising along. I was looking for something. I was getting ready to pull up.
I debunked the whole Bob Lazar thing too. I don't know if you saw it. I found the picture of the Bob Lazar hangar bay from Facebook, and then I found that picture on Google, and it's a mock-up, but it was hidden sites or hidden facts is the group on Facebook, and they said that it was a leaked footage from the Trump files. It's not. It's a digital makeup of what Bob Lazar described when he saw this craft come out of the hangar and fly.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Everybody's up to try to scam somebody.
Yeah.
Well, Jesse, everybody wants to get the first thing, but I mean, like I said, we've been through. Well, what I've been looking for before the computer decided to do whatever the hell it just did. I'm still trying to figure out what the computer just did. But they're supposed to have released some pictures of extraterrestrials. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I haven't found them.
This is the hangar that is made of. He's made a model. It's like a diorama with an actual model. You can buy this model online for like $60. You see it?
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking at it. I was thinking there's this exact saucer in a warehouse in California.
I would not be surprised if we are to believe Bob Lazar, and I have no reason not to believe him at this point. yeah, if they have it, it could be, you know, and he says it flies, so it could go anywhere.
Yeah, I was wondering about that a while back. I hadn't seen this image of this thing in the warehouse in Cali for a long time, and Mark Russo was playing it, and he's a little more than amateur investigator, but you know, when you looked at this thing, because it looks just like the Area 51, the Bob Lazar one, looks just like it.
Yeah,
and it does fly, but it's not actually, well, it's real, but it's not an alien spacecraft, but it looks like an alien spacecraft. And
right.
so it has it looks just like the saucer you see and that Bob Lazar tells you about, and the one that you see everybody puts images up of, but it has a built-in fan inside. It's basically a giant drone is what it is.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, and he says when you take the image and you look, it's the exact same size as the one in the hangar. So now they're trying to figure out, is this where this thing came from? Was this just a made lookalike for the one in the hangar so that somebody would have a copy that for whatever reason they wanted to? No one can come up with an answer,
Right.
Because it looks so much like it, and it does fly, but it isn't ours. I mean, it is ours.
Yeah. Where did he get the blueprint?
Well, what he's saying is it's just basically balsa wood with stainless steel planks. Not even stainless steel. It's reinforced aluminum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well shined, and it has a giant fan underneath there, and then it has 4 thruster fans underneath the edges of where the two pieces meet together. And he says it flies great. Problem is, it can't fly for more than like 15 minutes, because of battery conditions. But now, has anybody tried putting lithium in it? I don't know. It's been a while since anybody's flown this thing. But he swears that it's the exact same thing they got out of Area 51, except the difference is the power supply. So what he's telling me is this thing is real. It's not alien. It is ours. It was something that was inspired by extraterrestrials. He said, but we, I guess, didn't have the power supply that we needed. He said, but he was proving this point was
Bob Lazar said the same thing about the power plant for
what he was proving, what he's trying to prove is this was probably the start of the drones for us. They're pretty sure that is for an alien. This is a drone craft. It's not for something about. And you know what? I thought this is the very first time I ever seen it. For a 3-foot gray, it's fine.
Yes, that's what the size is. Yeah.
For a 5-foot human, 7-foot human, or something like that, no, it'd be cramped and clustered and aggravated.
Hang on one second.
But also, if it was a drone, it wouldn't matter. Well, Jesse, I don't think alien drones are not like our drones. Their AI is, I don't even know if you'd call it AI. It may be full intelligence. Well, there will be a time when we have sentient intelligence. Yes, you'll have to teach it right for wrong. Or program it.
Yeah, it'd be just like a kid. But I have that model. I think I should build it. The Bob Lazar model. I should build that one day.
It's a cool little craft. Regardless what anybody thinks about it.
There's various ways to build it too. I can. So on the inside of the top dome, where the second level is, the middle level that Bob got the most look at, the best look at. There's little arches that you can paint to obscure, and so they'd be open windows so you can see in and out. I want to get like 3 different. I'm going to get a couple more models of it, versions of it, and just paint it all different ways. So like one is you can paint the whole thing. You paint the inside of it silver because it's all clear plastic. So you paint the inside silver, so it gives it the shiny mirror effect. But then, like I said, it has those things. You can make the windows, or you can paint them black, which is that's also an option on the thing. But then. So I could do it in several different ways. I could do it like so with the windows open, windows closed, or windows blacked out, one window open. That's kind of what I want to do with it. But it's a neat idea because the concept of the machine is that Bob Lazar said that the skin on that level was like a metal but they could make it transparent so you could see through both ways or see through only one way, whether it's in out or out in. That would be cool. Yeah.
Well, we've got something close to that now. Actually, we got something better than that now. So, people, most of y'all know what the glasses are that change colors when you go into the sunlight. So this is basically in principle. So you can actually have this activated by just simply putting a charge down. First time I heard about this was in the Navy when I was in the Navy. We're talking 40 years ago. But now we're supposed to have these things that, it just changes. They did them for car windows, but for some reason they never caught on, or they were outlawed. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
It's probably for policemen's safety, because you can make your window completely opaque so they can't see in. That's not good for being a cop, trust me.
Yeah, and then the new skins of cars will be able to change colors and stuff and design patterns and things.
Yeah, like the girl in Total Recall, when he goes to the memory place and she has like a little pen and she touches the color on a pad. She goes, ding, 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 and her fingernails change to that color. It's going to be like that. You can do that with your car, your plane, your boat, your house. Change colors for the holidays or the seasons.
Yeah, people, the seasons, man.
Yeah, imagine you have a house that during the summer it's like white with the white picket fence, and in summertime it's like, the picket fence is like, peppermint candy, or what is that candy stripe that candy cane colored, red, white, red, white, red, white.
Yeah, right. Red, green, or red, white. Yeah, red, white's always the face.
Imagine how cool the world would be, though, if anyone can make their house whatever they wanted to with like digital paint.
So, on a completely unrelated question, what came first, the red and white candy cane or the red and white barber's pole?
I don't know.
Did you just say you didn't know? The world's
I don't know. I'll bet you Google knows.
Linda Google, says it's a barber's pole.
What came
Find
first,
out.
the barber pole or the candy cane?
It's old. I know that.
The barber pole came first.
Yeah, you were right. It was barber
pole. Middle Ages, representing the staff gripped by patients during bloodletting procedures.
Yeah.
Oh,
for bloodletting procedures. With their signature stripes.
Oh, the shit you learned.
Centuries later, with a striped pattern likely inspired by the familiar look of the barber pole.
So candy stripes come 100 years later, but they're definitely inspired by the barber pole. Okay.
Oh man, that's too much, man. I can't take that, guys. Well, hey, it just popped in my head. When you said candy cane, I seen the pole, and I'm thinking maybe it's older, but Linda said it right off. She knew right off the bat. She's like, oh yeah,
it's barber pole, definitely.
It's never good when your wife calls you a bunch of dummies, man. That's just
yeah.
It's Chris. I said this to the last 2 weeks, and I'm gonna say it again tonight. I'm disappointed by this release. I don't want to be down on people, but I mean, really and truly, I haven't seen. Like I said earlier, we got stuff on the website that's better. The freaking thing where we got the UFO hovering over the power plant, sucking up power is better than anything I've seen released in this group right now.
Yeah.
And that's just one of many. I've been.
Well, whether it's sucking up power from the power plant or smoke from the smokestack, or
I don't know what it was going on.
The ship itself is spinning and it's created a vortex, and it's just the wind is drawing the smoke towards it. One way or the other, the smoke revealed its presence there in the first place. So what was it doing in anyway?
Yeah, I wonder if there was something in the smoke it wanted. But then when you look at it by itself, you think, okay, what is this big? Because it's a big craft. I mean, obviously,
what's coming out of the smokestack? Radiation?
Well, no, I'm thinking it's just regular old. I don't know if it's a coal fire plant or a natural gas fire plant, but there is a nuclear plant, but that's not it. It's down the road where the Agus cruisers are. Yeah. And that's the, what? You got Google right there. Ask Google what the Blunt Island power plant is.
Hey, Google, what is the Blunt Island power plant?
In Florida.
There isn't a power plant currently operating on Blunt Island in Jacksonville. While there was a significant project in the 1970s called Offshore Power Systems that manufactured components for floating nuclear plants on the island, the venture was canceled, and the facility was eventually sold in the 1980s. You might be thinking of the Northside Generating Station, which is a major J-owned power plant located in the Jacksonville area, but it is not situated on Blunt Island.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
No such thing.
Go, people. we were in the Twilight Zone, apparently.
Or we got dimensionally flipped to an alternate timeline, and our memories just erased the old stuff and put in the new.
No, I'll go double check what it says on the actual on the picture, to be honest with you. But
yeah,
what Jess? Oh no, that's something entirely different now. So there's a lot of good UFO stuff out there. I don't understand. I just expected more from the government.
Yeah, they keep promising about these alien things, man, and nothing, you know. But there, at the same token, there are agencies that are trying to slow down the process and not reveal what they got and that kind of thing. You know, some of the kiddies don't want to play with the other kiddies, and they don't want to share their toys with everybody.
Well, it's getting to the point where if we're willing to talk about it, but why hasn't everybody else talked about it? Why hasn't Europe put its stuff out?
I don't know.
Why hasn't China or Russia put their stuff out? Why is it just us?
Maybe because we started it. I don't know.
Maybe because we're dumbasses and ET going to come squat us for telling the truth. And all the rest of the countries going, yeah, America's going to be gone finally. Yay. World, you think the world's a shithole now? If America ever goes, the world will just become a giant shithole.
Just wait.
Some alien race will come along and just wipe us out for GP. Donnie, don't. If you don't know what GP does, don't worry about it. Don't. It's not important. It's not important. Anyway. It means that your mama had sex with an alien. How's that?
Yeah.
Did that satisfy you any? I'm just saying, I wasn't being mean. It's true. I witnessed it. And she was screaming, yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Gray. That's what happens when you get sassy. I'm just hoping to see more data come out from the government. I keep hearing all of these government senators, oh, y'all just don't know people. Holy shit, if you just knew. And we're like, well, I thought you were telling us. And of course, here we are sitting here.
Yeah, but, you know, they're fighting.
Well, with the Kennedy stuff, I forgot how many documents it was. Somebody recently said it was 900,000.
Yeah, something like that. It's a lot.
I'd have to go look, but there was new stuff, but there were a lot of just old stuff.
Yeah.
And look, I love Navy pilots and policemen and everybody because they make great witnesses. But you know what? After you've seen 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, 100 of these, you don't need to see any more of them.
Right.
You know, these are not ours. They don't belong to us. They don't move like anything that does. Flare cameras don't mean shit to me, Jack, because if I'm watching something and it's just moving along a line, how do I know that's an alien? All I know is it's some unidentified any million types of drones that we could have. Do you know how many kind of types of drones? Even I was surprised the other day when I found out how many types of drones there are. And do you know how many types of drones they have that look like UFOs?
Quite a few.
Yeah, and they're not little. Size of Volkswagens, cars, trucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little different these days. And then, of course, we got to deal with the idiots and the AI. So now we got drones and AI combination. Yeah, remember the old days, people, when we had live action and CGI combined, and it was like, wow. And then you know, later on, after in the 2000s, you realize, oh, it wasn't really wow. It was kind of sucky, really, but it looked wow at the time.
Right.
It was kind of like
it's like looking at old TV shows. I you know, old cartoons. I'm like, you know, Johnny Quest era. Go back, the 60s, 70s. I get a craving to watch some of those old cartoons, and then I'm looking at the animation like, God, these things suck. Did I really watch these? Like the original Spider-Man cartoon, it's so schlocky if you watch it nowadays.
I know. Yeah, but when you're young, that's why it's called young and dumb. Young and dumb.
Hey, we were easily entertained. That's what the thing is. The entertainment easily got us. Still does.
Jimmy. The Russians and the Chinese did sign a new treaty today, actually. And and they will share their alien technologies.
Really?
Yeah,
China and Russia are going to share their information on UFOs.
Yeah. China's going to give them the gray ship, and they're going to give the Chinese the reptilian ship. Yeah, Jesse. They signed a treaty against us, doofus. Yes, against the United States. Xi Jinping even had to take a turd shot at Trump. Yeah, so. Ask me that on Friday. No, that's a good question. Just not for this show, and we're out of time really here anyway. But this Friday, will be another 7 days that we're still in Iran, which is, I don't know, 50 something days now, 60 days or something. Where I'd have to count the Fridays. Well, it started the night we were on air. That's how it's easy for us to keep track of it, because every time we go on air, it's been 7 days. We'll just have to wait and see. Ask me on Friday. Yeah, there you go. Or Saturday, either way, but no, Saturday on the chat.
7 to 10 Eastern.
We're going to bring on these two pregnant twins, pregnant twins with alien frog babies. And they're going to be the new co-host. Yeah. You just got to watch. Every now and then they ribbit, which is kind of annoying.
They make weird ribbits. It's like, it's different than earth frogs.
And then they look at you like you might be lunch. So you got to be careful with that too. Well, you never know.
Yeah. And their heads are as big as a human. So they can easily snap a human up in one bite.
That's a good question too. Ask me that on Friday. Well, no, because I'm just
thinking maybe we're cursing ourselves. Seems like we got Friday's audience tonight. Maybe on Friday we'll have Wednesday's audience. Hopefully that's not the case.
Well, no, they just know it's the end of the show, so they're just trying to squeeze in questions. But ET doesn't care. Whatever's going on with ET, they've been here a long time, way longer than anybody on this planet wants to admit.
Long enough to allegedly have whatever their version of videotape recording of living dinosaurs.
That's what they say.
That would be cool to watch.
Well, a lot of people say the reptilians were here and they left when the meteor came, but maybe that's not true. Maybe they weren't here and they came to witness the meteor. Well, we always want to make it the other way around, but it doesn't have to be that way. It could have been they were just witnessing something that was going to happen.
Or maybe they knew about it, couldn't stop it, and decided to stop by and watch the before, during, and after effects, and then help whatever lost civilization was there.
But maybe it was different. Maybe this was a game reserved for them.
Who knows?
Because, we weren't even around yet. That was 63 million years ago. We weren't even supposed to be here.
Yeah, it could have. What if? Could have been they kind of thing.
They might have used to come here to go hunting, or for delicacies, or just to hang out with their brother reptilians. What was a reptilian?
Or just happens to be a convenient place to pick up fissionable material to continue your journey. Another
could be that too.
100%.
But being reptiles might have been a great place to have a vacation.
Yeah.
Even with
the tall whites, Charles Hall's tall whites, seem to think this is a pretty nice resort place. They stop here frequently for days and weeks for repairs and fuel and gambling.
Gambling and sex with humans, huh?
Yeah.
No, Jack, I'm just teasing. As far as I know, the tall whites ain't had no sex with humans. Now, don't, as far as the human aliens go, the reptilian aliens, yeah, they have. The Greys, I don't think the Greys have sex, at least not in the way we think of sex.
Yeah.
They probably touch fingers together like E.T. Oh, baby, that was, or like not the Borg, the Q. Oh, baby, that was
like
so
in
good
or like in Demolition Man with the you put on a device.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? That's not sex.
Yeah, so you call that what? Sex? Wait, what? No, I'm getting ripped off here, man. This is not working. I don't know. We're always looking for hosts. Well, political shows, we're always looking for hosts. We're always looking for hosts. The chat is an open format show, which means hosts can come and go, but we have our primary host, and anybody else who wants to stop by or anybody wants to hang out for a long time can. It doesn't really matter. Well, see, if you're going to come hang out on news and flip side, that's different. You got to at least have a working knowledge of all around politics, not just lefty, righty, tighty, but all around politics and finances and whole 9 yards. But the chat's different. The chat, because we talk about so many topics in the chat that, because no telling what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, it's open format. There's no set, we don't normally set a topic, but sometimes,
sometimes we have leftover
big
topics
topic
too.
in the news, but sometimes, leftover from the night before. Yeah.
Well, like the war, when the war started, it was a carryover topic. But even that, we didn't talk about the whole show. We got into food. And actually, we did a pretty good food segment on that show. I think it was about an hour worth of food.
Yeah.
No, one night we did sandwiches. Oh, there was some good ones on the list, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we went through 2 or 3 like top 25 sandwiches throughout the country and where to get them. And it was weird. It was the lists were kind of similar, weren't they? You remember that? It was kind of strange.
So we did a top 50 list. Well, top best sandwich in each state, and then we did the best next 2 sets were the best top 25, and a couple of them like the crab cake sandwich. It made it on both lists twice.
And grilled cheese sandwiches was on several times, and sometimes it was on the one list. It was like 10, 11, and 12. There were 3 different grilled cheese sandwiches in a row.
New Orleans had the po' boy and the muffalata on the list. They had 2 sandwiches on the list too, but it's
cheeseburgers made it.
There was a lot of stuff on there. But 2 of the lists we looked at, you couldn't be on the list twice.
Right, yeah.
Time. So it was whatever.
But guess who never made the list as best sandwich? Jersey Mike's.
Well, Jersey Mike's ain't got
they didn't make any of the list. Yeah, they didn't make any of the lists of restaurants that were mentioned in any of the lists we did. Which I
noticed that there wasn't. I think there was only one fast food chain in that list, and that was one of them fish and chip places.
Yeah, it was either Arthur Treacher's or something to that effect. Yeah.
It was I ain't got nothing against a good crab cake. I'm from the fucking South Beef. I'm from the coast, man.
Yeah.
I'm
from Maryland.
Maryland's got.
I'll eat crab cakes, but I really prefer to take it out of the creature myself.
No, Jack, Maryland's a blue crab city. I'm sorry, or state, but a blue crab.
Maryland is for blue crab.
Yeah. Well, no, they get just like everybody else. They get the snow crab and they get the king crab, but blue crabs taste different, man. They're just different. Well,
they get so much huger in the fall and winter where the water is colder. So that's when we harvest them on months with an R in it.
Yeah, see, we harvest crabs every month. All but 2 weeks a year we don't harvest them, but that's because there's lots of food in the water here for them to eat. There's lots of food for them to eat, Jess. No, good. Well, no. So a Maryland crab boil and a Southern crab boil are going to be different. Most of the time, you're not even going to see boiled crabs in Maryland. You're going to see steamed crabs, just like steamed oysters or steamed clams. Actually, if I had to pick a seafood that's better in the north than it is in the south, it would be oysters. Oysters are just better in a cold climate. They're ones, even here we only harvest one on an R month.
Mm-hmm.
And the oysters,
same thing with them. They're harvested because the
No,
R in their
they're
name,
better.
oyster and crab, R and crab. I don't know. It's just some other. It's an old wives' tale, but yeah, I agree. I think the
Oh no, they're
crabs are
better.
better.
Everybody
older
says
months.
the oysters are better.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree with that
want me
too.
to tell you, you want me to tell you how you know the oysters are better raw in the north than they are in the south? Because in the south you're going to get grilled oysters, which is butter, garlic, and Parmesan cheese, or you're going to get Rockefeller or Florentine or something like that, because they put something on the oysters.
Rockefeller's pretty good. I mean, not Rockefeller.
Rockefeller.
What was the one before that?
Florentine. There's Rockefeller, Florentine. There's a couple of
Oysters
different kinds.
Rock-
Just Bienville.
What's the one that's like pizza? Rockefeller's the one with spinach.
Well, Florentine's the one with the spinach.
Well,
But,
so is
there's a Bienville, which it's a really good.
Casino Clams Casino. It's also butter. It's broiled with butter, but the butter has like red and green peppers, and it has kind of like a pizza flavor taste to it after it's broiled.
Yeah. Well, with the grilled oysters, they grill them on an open flame. Which helps the flavor, and then they put those 3 ingredients in. They're always fabulous. As long as you use decent butter, they are always fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh no, Jack, they're great.
I made the oysters Rockefeller and the clams and oysters Casino at the Chart House in Savannah, and I tried them all. They were pretty good, but it's an acquired taste to do any of them, clams or oysters raw. It is an acquired taste.
Yeah. No, we grew up with oysters, but I was never a big fan of them. Aphrodisiac or not. I was never a big fan of them.
Yeah,
I didn't care. But we got to go because it's 12 after. And I'm sure Michelle's on by now, or she's getting on actually.
No, I've only got 8:39. What time is it? My clock must have stopped.
I got 8:12. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, yours definitely stopped. So yeah, we're 12 after, right? Yeah. If she comes on 8 my time. Let me look at my phone just to be on the safe side. Yeah, it's 8:12. Okay. Well, at least the computer's keeping up. Well, anyway, guys and girls, we're gonna go. We had a couple of good things in tonight. Sorry for all the weirdness went on. First, we had a half hour with no talking, and then we had other things throwing us off the internet.
There must have been something from the sun, electromagnetic pulse, or something just whacked out electronics. I don't know if it happened anywhere else, but yeah.
Well, Jesse had
it happened to both of us at the same time. It has to.
You know what, Jesse said it happened because I had just said that we were going to start talking about the types of aliens that the government supposedly knew about.
Oh,
I did make that crack about the scientists. I did, but I mean, we weren't really talking about anything that would be of any consequence to them. At least we hadn't.
Especially if they're getting ready to release it anyway. Big deal, right?
Yeah. Well, no, we'd have been debunking a lot of what they said about the aliens. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did debunk some of it. Yeah. Because they're full of shit. No, somebody went online and read this. I could tell. Just the way he said it, you could tell he had read it off a line. He went online and looked it up.
They're spewing all the old speculation because I mean some of the early on investigations, particularly in abductions, most just on the primetime media, most reported a grayish pall or cast to the skin, which is an incorrect thing. Why did it happen? I don't know, but it did.
Well,
but that's not what they really look like.
We know what the weirdness was for that. I mean, at least we think we do. So it seems like if the grays haven't fed in 5 or 6 days, that color shifts. It's not really gray. It kind of goes translucent. But I guess if you're standing off or in a shadow, or if it's standing in a shadow, it might look gray. But if you see it on face on, you know it's not gray. It's not the color of it.
But when they're fully fed, they're kind of pinkish, greenish.
Well, it depends. So if it's a gray, and it's eaten, it'll look cobalt blue or electric blue. And the browns will look. It also depends what they ate too. So if they're eating the blue plasma gets into their skin and changes the color. But it blends in whatever color the true skin color is. The blue plasma mixes with it. So for the what we would consider gray, which are translucent, it makes them look like like a shining, specky cobalt blue. And I only ever heard two contactees that had ever talked about it in the early days before it became abduction criteria. But now, when you talk to people who have seen grays up close and personal, the first thing they're going to tell you is they were blue. They weren't gray. And then, unless it was one of the brown aliens, and then it'll. So it's the white ones can look anywhere from translucent white to opaque, like a pinkish, fleshish color. Anywhere in between, all the way to just a solid bright white. And with some of them will even have like a blue tinge if they've been eating on if they've been absorbing that blue plasma through their skin. The grays, though, always, it's their afraid. Maybe it's because they're on the ships all the time, but. And then the other ones are they're naturally a brown color. And when you look at the three standing next to each other, they still have the same heights, 3 foot, 5, 6 foot, 7, 9 foot. They're just different colors. So first thing we learned about the grays is they had a caste system based on height, but also based on color. So who the hell is who? Gets a little weird.
Yeah. What is the hierarchy? I mean,
they
brighter blue or duller blue? I mean,
they definitely have some type of queen and court. So, well, Jesse, that's the thing. They're a much more complicated, much more advanced race than we realize, and they've been around a long time, and they definitely have some type of caste system.
Well, I have to agree with that. One of the things that throughout our history that we have said about our strange, we'll just call them ancient visitors, was that they imparted upon us several different control mechanisms to control people's actions, and those things are government, like a caste hierarchy system, kind of like kings and queens. And then, of course, religion.
Yeah, it was.
So
we'll get more into them next week when we talk, guys. But it's just,
yeah, they're just getting more into exopolitics, is what we're getting into. That
Yeah, well, maybe we'll invite Steven on. Wonder what Alfred's been up to lately, or Michael Saw. You know what? Ruth asked me Friday or next Wednesday, and I'll give you an update on Larry. Well, no, we got to go because it's 18 minutes after, so we got to go. But well, we could run a little late because we had all kind of weird problems.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. All right, but anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio and UFO Undercover. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. If you got any information about any of the stuff we were talking about, any new videos, pictures, or anything else,
yeah.
I think next week we'll do
talk to us.
Yeah, I think next week we'll do some of the, if there's any new stuff we haven't seen, and some older stuff, and maybe we'll hunt down some pics of all the different types of aliens. And
there's supposed to be another dump coming up in a couple of days, or is it weeks?
Oh, you ask Google, she'll know, or he'll know.
Hey Google, when is the next dump of UFO files supposed to come out?
The U.S. government is releasing additional declassified files on a rolling basis. While the first batch was released on May 8, 2026, reports suggest that another update is expected in June 2026, which would be approximately 30 days after the initial release.
Okay.
Would you like to hear more about the types of records being included in these updates?
No, thank you. So next month.
You're very welcome. If you need help with anything else, just let me know.
Wow, she sounds like Alexa there. That's weird.
She's a mighty windbag, that one. So next month we get to hear some more things come out. Maybe there'll be some photos of dead or living aliens.
Yeah, we're gonna find out, aren't we? But anyway, guys and
cool.
girls, again, we got to go and tell y'all thank you for hanging out with us and chilling tonight. If you have any information, feel free to send it to me. You can send it to me at iCarcox.net or doomsjay@hell.net. That's not his real email, people. You have to ask him his real email, but it's doomsday@hell.earth. Hey Christy, how you been, sweetie? But we're gonna get out of here and stay out of trouble. Y'all go check out Michelle, go over there and chant at her. Yeah. And then I can't do that on the show. Like, I was going to do something else, but I'm not allowed to do that on this show. It's I was going to give you the double bird salute.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it's a double bird salute.
And you don't want the double bird.
No, it's not. It's not for nice people. If you're a nice people, you don't need the double bird. So if you're not a nice person, then you do need the double bird. But anyway, I got to get a picture of Jay and I for the UFO. Yes, for the UFO. Oh, get another one. Whoa, where is Jay? Splash flame in the background. Anyway, we got to go on that note, guys and girls. Thanks again for tuning in to United Public Radio and UFO Undercover. I hope you enjoyed the show. Until Friday, have some fun. Enjoy your lives. And don't forget, bring your best game on Friday because we don't play. Good night, everybody.